evening, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Orvis Auditorium here on the University of Hawaiʻi at Mānoa campus. We're proud to bring you another in the SCEP Live Online concert series. My name is Tim Slaughter, and I'll be your host for the evening. SCEP Live Online is a production of University of Hawaiʻi Presents, based at the University of Hawaiʻi at Mānoa Outreach College. I'd like to take a moment and thank our partners and sponsors, the university's music department, the East-West Center Arts Program, the Hawaii State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, the National Endowment for the Arts, the University of Hawaiʻi, Kainoa Senior Services, Friends of Manoa Library, and you, our audience. We have been offering programs free and online since April of 2020, featuring artists from around Hawaii as well as from the mainland and international locations. These artists have shared their talents and cultures with our audiences from the safety of their homes. In an effort, however, to continue to support the work of local musicians, we have created a series of concerts, and with the support of the university's music department and the East-West Center Arts Program, we're here at Orvis Auditorium featuring some of the best talent in Hawaii today. We're extremely excited about this series and hope you'll continue to tune in for future concerts as well. We also recommend, if possible, to get the full experience for tonight's concert to listen through headphones. And joining me as co-host this evening is Bailey Matsuda. Bailey has been involved with the music scene in Hawaii for over 30 years. He composes, teaches, and continues to perform in a variety of locations throughout Honolulu. Welcome to SCEP Live Online, Bailey, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Tim. Again, we are very, very proud and happy to have Darin O'Sullivan and Aaron Cardenas to perform for you tonight. If you would indulge me for a second, I'd like to tell you a story about these two. Let me start by saying I'm a proud graduate of this music school, University of Hawaiʻi. I am a student of Neil Mackay, and I've been privileged to pass his musical legacy forward. He passed his knowledge and his wisdom to me, and I, in turn, have been able to teach others because of him. Darin O'Sullivan is from Mokuleia on Oahu's North Shore, a product of Kamehameha School's Kapa'alama, the University of Hawaiʻi at Mānoa Music Department, and the Yale Graduate School. Aaron Cardenas is from Kaneohe. He is a product of Castle High School and the UH Mānoa Music Department as a student of Darin's, and he is also a graduate of Yale University with a master's degree in guitar. Darin has gone from student to colleague through our journey together. He has come full circle, and he's now a teacher at Kamehameha Schools as the director of the guitar and ukulele program at the high school. Along the way, I've been the producer of both of his solo CDs, Born and Raised and Songs for the North Shore. When I first met Darin, I was teaching at Kamehameha, and I knew Darin as a rock and a reggae player. And the thing I noticed about Darin was that he had great rhythm. He had a great right hand. I suggested he join a pit band for a musical called Little Shop of Horrors so that he could learn to read music. After he graduated, he went to University of Hawaiʻi, intending to major in marine biology because he's a natural in the ocean. He bagged a 50-pound ulu of freediving, but I digress. After a while, he decided to take a guitar class and discovered his love for classical music. Years after high school, we were back in touch, and this time talking about music, but at a much deeper level. Thanks to his teacher here, the wonderful guitarist Jeff Peterson, he was attending Ben Verdery's guitar workshop on Maui every summer at that time. Ben is an amazing world-renowned guitarist and the head of the graduate guitar program at Yale. So soon I'd be helping Darin with his audition preparations for his application to Yale. And he was accepted, as I recall, the only one to get into the program that year. This story continues now in a way that happens in music quite often. Legacies are created and are carried forward in time. Ian met a young Aaron Cardenas at a private guitar school in Honolulu. Ian was substitute teaching at the time, and he noticed that Aaron had a gift. Years later, Ian would connect with Aaron again. This time, Aaron was a student here at this music school, and Ian was teaching guitar after studying with Ben Verdery and returning home with his master's degree from Yale. So Aaron would decide then that he would go to Yale as well. A few years later, after attending those same workshops on Maui with Ian, Aaron would be accepted to the program at Yale. And now here he is teaching at Tokai University and playing with Ian for you tonight. Both of these gentlemen can claim lineage to the great Ben Verdery and each other. Ian plays the ukulele as well and is a student of the great Benny Chong. You will hear ukulele music tonight as well. And so let me get right to them. May I introduce Ian O'Sullivan and Aaron Cardenas. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much. So we're going to be opening with a few guitar duos. This first one is particularly special for me. So at Yale, we're not forced, but one of, not against our will, but one of our assignments is to transcribe for the guitar. So take another instrument or another orchestrated piece of music and put it on the guitar. And so I was sick of playing lots of Bach. I think at the time I was playing the E minor, what was it? And I was just sick of it. I couldn't do it anymore. So I found this guy named Carlos Cesas, who is Poragi. But we won't hold that against him. So I found this guy. I thought it was interesting that he rubs shoulders with the likes of Scarlatti and even Rameau, I'm finding out. So I really love his music. It's very pleasing to the ear. So I set this sonata in G minor for 2 guitars.
So fast forward about 200 years and go to Hawaii. So now I'd like to share something that I arranged for the guitar. This one for 2 guitars, usually choral music and a Hawaiian standard sung at the Kamehameha schools. So this one is Pauahi o Kalani, written by Queen Liliuokalani, and they were Hanai sisters, and so Liliu dedicated this one for Pauahi, and basically I'll be playing the soprano and alto line, and Aaron here will be playing the bass and tenor parts. So here we go. So, we are going to be sharing a few songs separately here. I am very excited tonight because tonight marks just about 2 weeks exactly to the day that my wife and I are expecting our first baby. And as soon as I found out the awesome news, I started playing the guitar like crazy and the ukulele. And maybe I thought I wouldn't be playing for a while. Maybe I was just inspired. Maybe it was a combination of the two. But I decided to arrange a bunch of kids' songs. So appropriate tuning that I'm using, D-A-D, Dad, Fad, F-sharp, A-D, a slack key, Kiho'alu tuning. And the first couple songs I'll be playing for you here are You Are My Sunshine, followed by Old MacDonald. All right. I'm imagining applause, maybe. I don't know. Or not. We'll see. We're almost there, folks. Almost there. Very, very lucky myself. You know, as a kumu, and you know, as a father, soon to be able to you know, share music, I think is just such a blessing. And I'm finding myself thankful more and more. Thankful to be able to share experiences with former students, now colleagues and friends like Aaron, and former kumu, now colleagues and friends like Bailey. And maybe one day I'll be up here performing with my son. We'll see. The next one is The Ants Go Marching. Right. I think these are all actually world premieres. I don't know. I've been playing, I mean, besides playing for my wife, but I think she's very patient. So the next ukulele solo pieces I'd like to share. First is a round, Are You Sleeping? I hope not. And that's why I played Ants Go Marching. It's like, wake you up. This is really fun. I love people watching me tune. This is great. This is what you tuned in for. This is the best. I should just do this all night. This would be a half hour of me tuning. Okay. What was I was playing a concert. Here we go. Are You Sleeping? And then London Bridge medley. Here we go. All right. Now I'd like to welcome back to the stage Aaron Cardenas.
I just pulled a classic move. I was trying to tune a string that I wasn't plucking. That was great. Okay. Right. So you'll notice your program says more Carlos Cesas. So I will be continuing our Carlos Cesas journey with a sonata in A major and a sonata in E minor. So with these pieces, my journey with these pieces started maybe 3-4 years ago. I found a Brazilian pianist playing these really cool Baroque sonatas on a keyboard, and it wasn't Bach. And I searched high and low for it, and then, one thing led to another. I got into Yale, and Yale has a very big library, so I was able to find some of those manuscripts of Carlos Cesas. So this is what you're hearing is the manuscripts that I dug up at Yale in the basement, in the dungeons where it's very dark and scary. I dug it out of there for you. Okay, so A major sonata and E minor sonata. that concludes Carlos Seixas. Quick retune. Hold on. Right. So these next set of pieces I'll be playing is by Sergio Assad. Very cool guitar composer. Probably one of my favorite and greatest inspiration as a composer is Sergio. He writes such good music that incorporates his culture as a Brazilian. So, which is what this next set of pieces is about. So, I'll be playing two movements from Suite Brasileira, number 4, called Toada and Jango. And they're meant to reflect the culture of the indigenous peoples of Brazil. So you'll hear Toada is like a kind of an easy stroll type of piece, and Jango is meant to be like an emphatic dance. So here it is. So Toada and Jango. Thank you so much. So we'll welcome back to the stage Ian O'Sullivan, guitarist extraordinaire.
Okay, and then you're going to teach me how to play that.
Cool.
So we'd like to close out this evening with a composition of mine called Mokule'ia. And usually I would actually play this on classical guitar, but this is something that I worked on with Aaron, and he's really took it and made it his own, and I'm going to be following him on the ukulele. So this is a song for the drive home to Mokule'ia, and I know you're probably not driving home anywhere, you're probably already home, but that's the idea, is this is a song to send you home with. So. Sometimes I wish I was tone deaf, so I didn't realize I was out of tune. Then we would just play and just be playing already, but then that wouldn't really be any fun. So, tuning is like preventative care. It's like going to the dentist. It's worth it.
Seconds later, off a semitone. Fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful. A big virtual round of applause for Aaron Cardenas and Ian O'Sullivan. I know they're out there and they are clapping for you just from reading the comments this afternoon from watching. So thank you. I can't thank you enough for an evening of beautiful music. And thank you to everyone out there in the audience who's watching. We've had people tune in from Vietnam, from Cambodia, Malaysia, as well as on Kauai and here in Upper Manoa and throughout Honolulu. So thank you very much, everyone who tuned in. We had a couple of questions we wanted to run by you. Can you both talk to us a little bit about what it's like to play as a guitar duo, the challenges, the joy, etc.?
More challenges than joy with this guy. I'm joking.
I don't know whether to be compliments or
No. I mean, it's. I think it's cool getting to come back and play with, not only my teacher but a colleague from Yale. We have kind of the same ears almost, so it's interesting now coming back and. Just it feels like just jamming.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. I think the challenge of excuse me, my favorite is hitting mics. Challenge of playing with a duo, compared to playing solo, which is a lot of what we do, especially nowadays. Is getting to know what another person's personal choices really are, right? I mean, because even though we do have similar training, we have similar kumu, similar experiences. We've played a lot of the same classical war horses, and so we have a similar set of experiences. Really, I think listening to the individual. So if he wants to play a part that kind of goes down, to be not only receptive to that, like in general, but really in the moment, right? I mean, that's the challenge of playing in a duo is in life generally too, right? It's just listening. That's like the number one skill. And I think in a duo, it's sort of simultaneously one of the most challenging things and one of the funnest sort of things about playing with another musician, right? I mean, because you can just listen to yourself all the time. That's great. I mean, that's whatever. But or not. But to be able to interact with another human and play music, especially tonight, is just fabulous, and with somebody like Aaron. So
great, excellent. That sounds like wonderful advice for people, and it sounds like you'll probably make a fabulous father as well with the listening skills there. So you were both at Yale. Did you take some of your Hawaiian nature of music and whatnot and infuse it into what you learned at Yale? Teach the Northeasterners.
Well, what I did, there's a piece called by is it In C? Who is that? Riley? Who's wrote In C? It's the minimalist piece. Riley, I think.
Didn't he do?
I can't think of the last name now.
This is part of the quiz show, so audience, you
I took my ukulele from underneath the dorm bed, and basically it was a stage of like all the Yale faculty, and they had oboe and clarinet and a harp and all these classical musicians, and the idea is that the piece is written for sort of any orchestration you'd like, and everybody just has these measures that you play. And I have a picture of me sitting right in the middle of this Yale orchestra with a ukulele, playing these measures and things like that of choice. And so I was able to bring that sort of Hawaiian element.
Oh, okay.
And the first day that it snowed, I was not ready for my final exam. I woke up a little late, and I ran outside with T-shirt and shorts.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
had to go to my exam because I was late. And that was fun. That was the first snow of the season. But It was a little accidental bringing Hawaii with me.
I brought my chill vibes. That is all. I really wanted to, take part in that whole conservatory thing. So I didn't really, I composed some, classical guitar pieces in like flat key tuning. That's probably the extent of what I did there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us, thank you for that. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it's like, the thought process you go through when you're arranging for a guitar ukulele? For example, Ian, your children's songs arrangements, and what were you thinking about techniques you can incorporate, or imagining different harmonies, or what are you thinking?
Well, when it comes to arranging the kids' songs, the first thing, was can the parents sing these with the kids, right? Is the melody something that's going to be recognizable? The next thing was, pulling from a wealth of experience, with Are You Sleeping? I sort of took a Byron Yasui approach to the composition, whereas I tried to think a little more maybe what Benny might do. I have another in the slack key compositions there with arrangements sort of You Are My Sunshine leans more on the slack key, whereas Old MacDonald is a little more honky-tonk or something, or bluesy. I'm not sure where that came from. But I was definitely thinking about, incorporating sort of that traditional parallel sixes and slack key style, but always with, the idea of the melody being extremely clear and not trying to get too much in the way. Even if it was like a solo section of You Are My Sunshine or Old MacDonald, to sort of come back to the melody after a few bars and not to do too much for too long without re-referencing the melody, therefore making sure that people can sort of stay latched onto it and sing along. Yeah. And maybe you want to talk about what it's like to transcribe from the archives of Yale
from the crypt.
Yes.
Straight from
for two guitars.
So for two guitars, it's actually a lot easier because it's a keyboard instrument that I'm, arranging from. So you can split it however you want, left hand, right hand. That kind of a deal. And there's some voice crossing that I put in there. So I gave Ian the melody during the B section, or
right. You can switch hand.
Yeah, exactly. We had some imitative polyphony at the ends of the sections that is normally done with one hand, that kind of a deal. So I just split it up between two guitars because it's kind of too hard to do all that shifting all over the place. So other than that, just making it a guitar piece at the end of the day is important, because I could have just taken the manuscript and click, paste, copy, go, print, and it would have been infinitely hard to play and un-guitaristic. But yeah, at the end of the day, you have to make a guitar piece, even if it means that a pianist might not recognize it sometimes.
Yeah, or changing the octave, doing things like that, making it fit. Because originally it wasn't necessarily for the guitar, but making it almost seem like it was written for the guitar, and that may be as easy as just taking a bass line and moving it up an octave, and all of a sudden it works and it's more idiomatic. Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to, admit defeat and listen to it and say, I can't play this on the guitar. It's impossible. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But so actually, the piece we just played, I heard someone do it solo recently.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
why would
way
you
too
do
much
that?
work
I heard
for the
someone do that, and I was like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it two guitars. Two guitars is cool. It's better than one guitar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you kept trying and found the pieces you did, because it's absolutely a beautiful evening of music. I want to thank you both. And once again, a round of applause out there for Ian O'Sullivan and Aaron Cardenas. I also need to thank our sponsors once again, the East West Center Arts Program, the Friends of Manoa Library, Hawaii State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, Kainoa Senior Services, National Endowment for the Arts, the University of Hawaii, and the university's music department. I also want to thank my co-producers in this series, Eric Chang and Jonathan Korth, the production crew here, M. Richard, Margaret Arakaki, Todd Bodden, Anadev Banerjee, and Nicholas Shaldron, and my co-host this evening, Bailey Matsuda. I hope you will, and especially you, our audiences, we couldn't do this without you. And I want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and hopefully you'll tune in again in 2 weeks on, that makes it April 23rd. We're going to have a very special program for you called SCEP Live Online Story Share, in which we got a number of people. We have 6 tellers who will be coming up here on stage to share some of their memories of being at the University of Hawaiʻi at Mānoa. Hope you tune in for that. It should be a very entertaining evening. And in addition to the tellers, we'll have our own Story Share band providing musical accompaniment throughout the evening. And in addition, if you are interested, we're going to do it once again on May 21st, and we'd love to have you join us and share your stories about being in Hawaii, growing up in Hawaii, your memories, your whatever comes to mind about being part of here in Hawaii. We'll have you up here on stage telling your story to audiences throughout the world. So if you are interested, please email us at CSINFO, that's CSINFO at hawaii.edu, and we will get back to you. Other than that, we want to thank you for being with us this evening. We want to thank Aaron and Ian for being with us this evening. And I want to say to everyone out there to please stay safe and aloha.